All right. Hello, everyone. How are you doing tonight? My name is Spencer, and I am a best ball draft addict. Tonight, I'm very happy to have you guys here with me. I'm going to be joined by Mr. Jeremiah Duggar, a recurring guest. He was on the first show with me. Before I bring Duggar on, I do want to kind of run through a schedule and let you guys know a few more announcements. So, first off, just a reminder for everyone what I'm going to be doing with the shows is we're going to go on every Tuesday night, like tonight. And then every weekend, we're going to go on at least once. So, on Friday or Saturday, or some weeks, we'll do twice, Friday and Saturday. Now, this week is one of those weeks. We're going to be doing two this weekend. And I've got some great guests lined up. I can't wait to tell you about, which you may have heard last time. But in case you haven't, Friday night, we've got Ryan Bloomfield from Bubba and the Bloom and Baseball HQ. Cannot wait to have Ryan come on here and pick his brain. And then on Saturday night, we've got Billy Jones from the Stacking Dingers podcast. Billy Jones is super, super knowledgeable with Underdog and this contest, and another person who cannot wait to talk to. And then on Tuesday next week, we've got the other half of the Stacking Dingers. Matthew is going to be coming on and joining us. So cannot wait to have both those guys on back-to-back shows. Going to be a lot of fun. And anyone that hasn't checked out their website or their YouTube channel, please do, because it's great. Same with Bubba and the Bloom. And then tonight is a special draft for me because tonight's going to be my 50th Dinger contest of the season. And wanted to let everyone know that tomorrow I've got a little extra video plan to come out where I'm going to come on and show everyone what my shares are through 50 Dingers and talk about who I've got a lot of, what my strategies have been, things that I might want to change for the next 50. Just kind of go through everything with you guys, let you know my thought process. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on Mr. Jeremiah Duggar. Duggar, how's it going tonight?
Going good, my friend. Going good.
Good, good. I want to pull up the comments here. I see we got TDK in. How's it going? And SHWA 8157. Cheers to you too, my friend. So, Duggar,
Yo.
now that the Rams are out,
Ugh.
sorry, by the way, who are you rooting for? Sammy D or Drake May?
Nobody. Football's
Nobody.
dead to me. It's dead to me. I'll start rooting again next year.
That's completely understandable, my friend, with you being a diehard Rams fan. I'm glad that you have a little voice left because I know when we talked last night, you didn't have much of one after screaming at your TV.
No. I think my dogs are having PTSD right now, currently as well.
I believe it. it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull the draft board up here. And if anyone wants to, does anyone want to jump in, or Duggar, you could, and see how many people it says left? Because if there's just a few, we're going to wait, let it fill, and then join in the next one.
All right. Well, we're waiting for 11 more.
Well, it's a good thing. Looks like someone's double drafting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we can go ahead and do a countdown. And everyone who's currently on, let's go ahead and join. I guess there's not much of a countdown that we need to do. We can just go ahead and say jump in.
Yep.
So we're jumping in the Dinger. It did this to me on my computer last time, location error. To the iPad. Drafts. MLB. Dinger. Enter. All right. 9 more to start. Okay.
So draft 50. Off top of your head, who's your most drafted player, you think?
All right. Well, you know what? I will tell you, actually. Let me just pull up because I think that I know the answer, but let me confirm this real quick. Tournaments, Dinger. Yep, that's what I thought. It's tied. It's tied between my two boys, the late round infielders of Ivan Herrera and Royce Lewis. Maz Skills, what's up, buddy? Thanks. He's in. Yeah, so Royce Lewis and Ivan Herrera. Now, I don't care to draft them all the time because, they're down at the very bottom of this. And so I don't ever feel like, and it's 35% each. I don't feel that that's too much. With that said, they won't finish over 35%. I will bring that percent down. I do think that probably around the 30 is a little bit of a better number. How about you?
Well, I think you know my thoughts.
Yeah,
I
your
like.
thoughts are who cares?
I don't care if there's a player I like. Percentage be damned. I'm just drafting them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know you have tried and tried to talk me out of that over the years, and to no avail, my friend. I am stubborn AF. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Speaking of that, who's your highest? How many drafts have you done, and who's your highest drafted player so far? Why don't you
Um,
check that out?
Looks like this is going to be draft 20 for me.
Okay, nice.
And then if you combine the handful of the smaller tourneys, 25 drafts on this go round, and I am sitting at a 63% share of Jack Cags.
I knew it was going to be Jack Caglione. I knew it.
I can't help it.
63%.
Yeah, yeah, it is what it
That's
is.
that's a great solid number. Matt Skills is sitting at 38% on Kyle Bradish and Giancarlo Stanton. Love both of those. We got Maz in the draft, we've got TDK in the draft, and we've got Shawa in the draft. Now, SHWA8157, tell me in the chat what you want me to refer you as. Otherwise, it's going to be Shawa. And that's not really a word.
That's that's something.
So, and anyone else got any of their top picks right now? I'll tell you. Let's go look up. I want to see what my Bradish is because I feel that by the way, we're at 4 left. Exposure. I'm just going to look at, let's filter. Dinger. Bradish. I'm at 14% Bradish and Stanton. I'm at 8% Stanton. Not too bad. I would like to bring Stanton and Bradish up a little bit myself personally. I know I had a good amount more of them from the bullpen. Let's go see. Bradish and the bullpen, out of those 150, I had at 16%. And I had, 7%. So 7 or 8% is kind of where I've been living with Stanton. And I know the reason why. It's because I'm usually done with outfield by the time we get down there. So for me, that's the main reason why I don't have more Stanton. Otherwise, I would have more Stanton. Dalen Lyle. I love me some Dalen Lyle. Let's check that one out.
I lied, Spencer. It's 66.7%.
Oh, it was even more.
Yeah.
I've got 8% Dalen Lyle as well. He's right on that line of like Dalen Lyle's on the line of like the last outfielders that I'm looking at. All good. Shaw, my name is Joshua, and it's like the end of that name. Oh, okay, Joshua. Got it. I see. So Duggar, he for the longest time had a handle of Redug, and I never understood it until finally he told me what he's like, dude, it's just my name backwards. I'm like, oh yeah, it is.
And you always say redug when you know the D's at the end. So
I know.
regud.
Regid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me. Lots of online gaming battles where people try to say my name and I'm like, it's not real. It's just my name.
It's just my name. So yeah. Shua. That's what we're gonna go with. Love it. So we are at 2 more to start. So getting close. How about Reed Detmers? I do not have much Reed Detmers. Let's see here. I'm going to look first off at the 150 bullpens that I did. I got Detmers on one of them, 1 out of 150, which is technically 0%. And right now, Detmers, he's at 0%. But I do think Detmers is worth picking as one of the last pitchers. What about you, Duggar? Oh,
Oh, absolutely.
31%. Maz is all in on him.
So I was looking at my pitcher shares. This just goes to show that I kind of let the drafts come to me, but I am kind of surprised. I got Paul Skeens on 28% of teams.
Oh, wow.
I did not expect that to be that high.
I knew, I mean, I know you were taking a lot of early pitcher to try to get at least that one stud on most teams, but I didn't expect it to be that high either.
And it's overwhelmingly Skeens. The rest of my pitchers that are high ownership shares are all later picks. I'll give you one guess. Do you think you know my number one drafted? I bet you don't. I know who you're going
Pitcher,
to guess.
your
Yeah,
number one drafted pitcher.
correct.
No, I don't want to think about it too much. Who is it?
It's Bubba Chandler going with the name
Oh,
game.
yeah, that's right. Yep, I should have guessed Bubba Chandler. I know you've been taking him a ton. Nothing like having two Pirates for your highest drafted
Well,
pitchers.
it
What
it
could
is a
go wrong?
it is a bold strategy. So we're going for those quality starts, baby.
Hey, that's right. And then Mitch Keller, he's not far off. Maskill's, I'm 31%. Upside is crazy. I'm hoping the bullpen last year really helped with control. For sure, dude. Absolutely. And then TDK says, I got some weird matchup type numbers for this draft. Ooh, interesting. Looking forward to seeing what you're going to do, Jason. Very much looking forward. We're still at one more. Yeah, I agree with Detmers as far as the upside. What about Braxton Ashcraft? I like him over Chandler. Yeah, Duggar, what about Braxton Ashcraft? Where are you at on him?
Not nearly enough. I'll say that. It is a good name too, so he should be higher on my list.
Braxton Ashcraft is right up your alley. Pirates pitcher with a good name who goes in the last round, and you're not drafting him. Put him on the list.
He's on the list.
He's on the list. Mad Skills, he's on the list. Ashcraft, I don't have a lot of him on Underdog. I've made a point to draft him a few times. I was really big on Ashcraft with my Gladiator draft. So TDK 90 here, me and him, we did several Gladiator streams together. But both of us love drafting Gladiators over on NFBC. If any, we're still got the one more we're waiting on, by the way. If any of you guys don't know what Gladiators are, this is why I love it. So Duggar and I, when we started playing fantasy baseball all the many years ago, what we started with was Roto, and Roto has been my love. I love Roto, always have. And with the Gladiator drafts, it's you just draft. There's no pickups. There's no bench. So you just draft your team, 23 rounds, 15 teams, and then that's it. Then you just sit back and wait, just like with these tournaments, how you draft and sit back and wait. So it's like combining my two loves, best ball and Roto, into one. Thus, I love Gladiator drafts. Next year, we're going to be streaming some Gladiators on here for sure. That runs from the beginning of November to the end of December.
What was your best finish in a Gladiator?
The first year of the Gladiator, I finished second. I finished inches away from winning the first year. And then the last 2 years, not good. I think I finished somewhere around 48 or to 50 in the year two of it. And then last year, my best finish was like 72nd. So I'm going in the wrong direction. So hopefully this year, we're moving back into that top 10.
I'm here for it.
TDK
Especially
says,
this dinger draft.
Oh, I know. The thing is, though, this is why drafting the dingers is just honestly so much more profitable. So it costs $50 for a team in Gladiators, and Jason, what's the grand prize? I'm pretty sure it's $10,000. That's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, nothing to sneeze at all. But
here we go, boys.
it's
and
200 grand for this tournament we're doing right here for first. So that's a bit of a big difference. Yeah, 10,000. That's what I thought. He said you drafted some good teams too, buddy. I appreciate it. Anyway, I was drafting Ashcraft in those. So I need to be looking. Same with Joey Cantillo, another person that I took a lot in Gladiators at the end, but I have not been taking here. All right, so let's see what we got as far as draft order. I see Space Raisin at number 3. We see Maskills at 6. Let's see. Oh, me and TDK back to back at 9 and 10. And then Shua with pick 12. Got that sweet, sweet turn. Love it. All right. So if anyone else is in the draft, go ahead and jump in the comments. But for you guys that are in the comments at the end of this, we're going to do a team review. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll talk about how we did. All right.
So now that
It is
you've done
about time.
now that you've done 50 of these, do you have
50. Oh,
50? Do you
Slater.
have
We got Slater in here as well. Slater's at pick 8. What's up, Slater? Go ahead. What were you saying, Duggar?
Well, now that you've done 50 of these, do you have a preference or doesn't matter?
As far as where I'm drafting,
Correct.
yeah, 1, 2, or 3. I love 1, 2, or 3. I mean, to get Shohei, Judge, or Soto, that's my preference. But I've been down here at the bottom so many times. Shua says, I haven't had too many turns so far, unfamiliar ground. There's so many different ways you can go from the turn. I mean, there's a million strategies. So if you've not had it much, I say for this team, just grab your 2 best plays and don't try to get fancy with it.
So I don't know about you, but when I'm on the turn, I really, more in particular than any other draft position, I kind of don't care about ADP because you're picking so far between picks that just put together the team you want.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And we've seen some guys just even last week, go Rooker and Kurtz at the turn. And then in the last week, I think a lot of people have been doing that because their ADPs have been moving up and up and up and getting closer to the turn. But that was a unique build at one point because back when we were drafting just a month ago, Rooker and Kurtz would go at the 2-3 turn. Okay, it is my pick. So Tatis or Julio. I mean, I'm going with one of the two. I take Tatis so much. I take Julio so much. Let's mix it up. Let's go with the Julio this time because I feel like I have more Tatis than Julio, but they got to be close. I just think that I'm here all the time.
You do have a lot of nine and tens lately.
So Slater is Swolberger, by the way, at pick 8. So we've got 8, nice. 9, 10, 12, 6, and 4 all in this draft. Nice. Okay.
3.
Oh, 3 too? Did I miss 3? Oh, 3, not 4. Yep.
Don't want to be lying to your peoples.
That's right. Yep. Shua went with Devers and Jordan. I have done that combo. Really, I think that the double outfield combo is my personal favorite way to go. I did back in the bullpens, I did the double pitcher here, but now you don't have to because if you really want to go double pitcher, a lot of times you can get that from the 1, the 2, or the 3 because pitching has been pushed so much. It's crazy how in such a short amount of time, how that changes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to force myself to push pitching as well this draft and kind of see what I can put together.
Yep, Shua says better overalls out there, but the dub outfield is hard to pass. Absolutely. Okay. Well, you know what? I have an extremely small amount of Jose Ramirez, so let's do it. After his new contract extension that he signed the other day. And TDK, he went with Tatis and Ellie, right? Yep, Tatis and Ellie, love it. Let's see what Swolberger does here. He went with James Wood, so Carroll and Wood. Great combo.
Jose is just such a solid base player to start with.
Oh, yeah. And him at the 2-4, I feel like that's a good quote unquote fall. The guy at pick 11 did the Rooker Kurtz thing I was talking about. So there's an example of them getting pushed up, but pushed up even higher than pick 12 to pick 11.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, 16 is a nice price. So Maskill's going with double infield. Very interesting strategy, Bobby Witt and Vlad. I don't blame you. That was a good fall for Vlad there to pick
Oh,
19.
such a fun team to watch right there.
And I bet that honestly, there's probably not that many Witt and Vlad combos out there. I bet that's a pretty rare one. I'm a Wood truther. If he strikes out less, he has top 5 upside next year. Completely agree. And on this format, who even
Yep.
cares about his
Yep.
strikeouts? As long as he keeps homering and he's got power for days, I mean, who cares? Let him strike out. But overall, I agree. He does need to cut that strikeout rate down. He needs to cut that down to boost his average up. That'll get him more points. All right, Duggar, what'd you go with? Churio, Soto Churio. So you passed on Skeens. You said 28%. That's enough for this guy.
Well, I kind of want to push pitching this draft just to. Anytime I do it, I don't always love what I put together if I don't have a true ace. But now that we're percentages into this draft, I'm gonna kind of push it and see what kind of builds I can come up with.
Yep, absolutely.
Because in the past, I've never ever went pitcher early. As you know, I almost always push pitching. Um,
I
we
know.
always
And then this year,
we always think we're smarter than everybody else, and
think it. It's
sometimes you
usually
come up
not
with
true.
some brutal combinations.
Well, so the guy at pick 2, you know how I mentioned how if you want to go double pitcher, it can happen from the 1, 2, or 3. It happened in this draft. The guy at pick 2 went with Skeens Crochet. Duggar 3 straight outfields with Duran. And of course, you know I love that. Soto, Churio, and Duran. Oh, look at that. Triple J's.
Yeah, well, there
Um,
it is.
all right. Maskills grabbed him some Wyatt Langford. We talked about him last time as being a good breakout. There goes Jackson Merrill. Swolberger, back to you. Going with Matt Olson, getting his first infielder. Matt Olson's a great pick. He's about as consistent as of an infield play as you can get in this. All right, my pick now. All right. This is a tough call, but I'm going to stick with the teammate pairing. I really almost went with Junior Caminero
Caminero, yeah.
and have the 2 infields, but with taking Julio, it's hard to just pass up on that teammate pair. I know I'm not going to have a chance to do it a ton. But yeah, no, I love Matt Olson too. Matt Olson feels like such a great buy at the middle of the 3. All right,
Oh,
TDK,
absolutely.
he went ahead and grabbed Junior Caminero. He said, "Well, I'm not afraid, and I don't blame you, my friend. Elian Jr. and Tatis, that is a high upside trio." So the guy at pick 11, sticking with the Sacramento A's theme and going with Soderstrom. Now, Shua, what you going to do here at the turn? We will call him Junior. Love the Junior Caminero pick, Jason. What do we think his homers are going to be this year? What were they last year? 48? 45?
Yeah.
Hold on. Was it 48 or 45? Let's go see. Junior. Think it was 45. The answer was 45. So 45 last year, and now they're going back to the Trop instead of playing in the fake Steinbrenner Field. Well, I guess it is called Steinbrenner Field. That part's not fake. The fake Major League Stadium.
I'm projecting
I don't
closer
know.
to
I think he can
35.
still get 40. You're saying 35. I think he can still get to
Yeah,
40.
just a terrible field. Just terrible field.
Just terrible. Just terrible.
It's terrible.
Oh, man. I got a really, really hard call here. Do I take my third outfield or take the Freddie Freeman fall? TK went with Taylor Ward, power for days. Riley Green is power for days. I got to go outfield. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Got to stick with it. Sorry, Freddie,
Well,
leaving you behind.
I love getting Riley Green there.
Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of Riley Green. I actually haven't, other than when I looked and just glancing. I mean, I don't really know what my shares are, so it's going to be fun to go through that with everyone tomorrow. I'm going to wait
Anytime
and
I
kind of find things out on my own with everyone else. So Slater said, "Oh, I'll take Freeman. I'll take that gift. You are welcome."
Anytime I see Swolberger's name, I just hear Keenan and Kel in my head to the theme of Good Burger.
Oh, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Yeah.
Oh, love it. So TDK says, I want Randy. Ah, you got me. My bad, my bad. And then I may have got Slater too with that pick because he says, don't do it. You did it. Well, sorry. I have like 40% Riley. Yep. He's all in on Riley. These are not great feeling outfield picks. I'm not I'm not sure so much in the format, but I don't know. Well, I know it feels rough for us that are used to drafting gladiators or rotos or DCs, to be spending up this high at outfield. But I definitely believe in that in this format. Speaking of believing in that, Duggar, you just went with Ian Happ. You are sticking with it. Four straight outfield.
Doubling down.
That's right. And I know you like Ian Happ. He's Mr. Solid play. Maskill's got him Nimmo, who's basically the same thing. Those two are almost the same guy.
Yep. In this format, they're just so solid. They protect you from your down weeks from other players.
Yeah, and to me, I prefer those type of guys as opposed to the Stephen Kwans that you were trying to talk me into. If I'm going to get like a steady guy, I want someone who can at least still get 20 homers. Now, maybe Kwan can get to 20 homers, but I'll tell you who can't get to 20 homers: Luis Ariz, Chandler Simpson, Xavier Edwards. These guys are not getting to 20 homers.
Well, and the difference between like Simpson and Kwan too, Simpson is just pure speed. If you look at his underlying numbers, he's not getting extra base hits, he's not getting triples, he's not getting home runs. Steals alone are just not going to get it for you in this format.
Yep. So, by the way, Swolberger is up.
In Roto, your other love me some Chandler Simpson, just not in this format.
Duggar, what song did you say you heard earlier? Good Burger. He says, no, when you see him, here's what you need to play in your mind: the Undertaker theme song.
Okay.
That's it. All right. Now, note that.
It was actually a combination, Good Burger theme song, but with the old SNL Pump You Up guys singing it.
Oh, man. Speaking of, he just went with his third infielder and sniped me on a Riley. It's okay. We're sticking with one of my faves. We're going to go with Buxton. And I'm pushing it. TDK going with Profar, Buxton and Profar. Don't you love seeing them right next to each other? I do. It just gives me satisfaction. Maskills, by the way, he grabbed him some O'Neill Cruz earlier, so sticking with the upside outfield play after the solid play. So I like that. All right. Back turn.
Man, sometimes you just got to look at the scoring, because I would have never guessed that Perdomo scored almost 1,600 points.
I know we were just talking before this while I was working on my own personal shortstop rankings, and I was asking Duggar, Perdomo or Willy Adames. Now that you see that, does that change your mind, or you stick with Willy Adames? You told me Willy Adames. And I'm throwing this out there to you guys: Willy Adames or Perdomo? This is for overall rankings, not just rankings for Underdog, but like rankings that are just meant to be used, period. I think I'm still Adames, but those are the two.
Yeah. Wow. 1,600 points.
Yeah, Perdomo was really good last year. TDK says Perdomo. Going batting average, taking the extra steals and the batting average. It's the power thing. Is the power legit? Is he gonna hit 15 to 20 homers again? Perdomo, that is. Probably, right. Maybe, probably.
He plays in the park.
And Duggar too. Can you see the comments on your end?
I cannot.
So TDK says, I got my notebook for the Duggar dime. So he's prepared.
All right. Good deal.
Oh, snap. Oh, I just got to pick in with 1 second. Literally, I starred Cole Reagans. I almost talked right through my pick. TDK grabbed him Perdomo. So while we were talking about Perdomo, TDK grabbed him Perdomo. I grabbed Cole Reagans in, got my pitcher one at the last second. Shua went with Josh Naylor and Jose Altuve. In retrospect, maybe I should have taken Josh Naylor instead of Buxton to go with the Mariners pair, but that's all right. I'm happy how it turned out there. And then Maz Skills just got him Brian Reynolds paired up with O'Neill Cruz. Love the O'Neill Cruz sandwich between Nimmo and Reynolds. That's a really good way to play that, Maz Skills. Really good way to play that. The mix of the upside with the solid. Brock B03, I think we know that guy. He says, Perdomo, not close. So he's all over Perdomo compared to Willy Adames. Now, is that specific for Roto, Brock? Is that for everything, period, including this format? My thing is I'm trying to go with period. So I'm low on Adames because I'm a San Fran fan, Jason says. And Matt Skills, Adames put up a 1,300 in a down year. If he steals more, he could easily exceed that. I don't know if Perdomo can do it again. That's kind of where I'm at. Is I know in this format specifically, I know Willy Adames. I don't know Perdomo yet. But man, it's close to me. I have them right next to each other. Okay. You got you some Vinny P. Logan Gilbert and Vinny P. Great couple last picks, Duggar. I missed the Hunter Brown. We talked through that one. Love what you got going here, buddy. So
I'm okay with it.
Absolutely. Oh, I know. This is right up your alley. All right. Matt Skills grabbed him some Anthony Santander.
So he's in a weird spot for me. I'm not drafting a ton of him, but he has shown what he can do. Are you taking much Santander?
No, I've taken him because I stack the Blue Jays a lot. I have taken him a few times just for the sake of the Blue Jay stacks, but no, I'm staying away for the most part. Brock says Perdomo, Roto, but really both. Steals, 950 OPS in second half, smash fastballs and sliders all years. Yeah, absolutely. And Mazgill says he was hoping for Vinny P. You got him on that one, Duggar.
Yeah, he's my boy.
All right. Swolberger, we're stuck on you. There we go, Zach Neto.
So we're sitting here in round 7, and this is why I continue to go outfield. Who's top outfielder on the board?
Mr. Steve Kwan.
In round 7. So if you don't have your outfield base built by now, I just don't love what I'm putting up at the end. That's just me personally.
I 100% hear you. I'm going to grab Hunter Green. Like me some Hunter Green. That way I've got the two pitchers, Reagans and Green. I'm going with the upside pitching build. That's what we're going with.
I like
Shoot for the moon.
The Joe Adell just seems so late.
Love the Joe Adell pick. Hate the Spencer Strider pick, as you well know.
I love it.
All right. Let's see what Shua does here on the turn. Brock, thanks for jumping in here and checking this out with us tonight, bud. I'd love to get you joining some of these with us sometime. It's a lot of fun. Brock's one of our buddies who's a very big Roto player. Fantasy baseball, period. I just don't think just signed up to do a few. All right, sweet. So I was going to say, I don't think you've done any Underdog yet, but I've been talking to Brock about Underdog for the last couple years. Ever since Duggar had his third place finish 2 years ago. That sweet third place finish. What did I call you? What did I call you last week? It was the Bronze Beauty. That's what it was.
Yeah. The Bronze Beauty. I would love to be the Bronze Beauty again.
Oh man, no kidding. Brock, this is my 50th of the Dinger contest, and this is Duggar's 20th. TDK says stoked to get Adele, but would have taken Green. So I got you with the Green, but I love the Adele as well. All right, let's see what we got here. What did TDK do this time? CJ Abrams stopped Swolberger from potentially getting that James Wood stack piece. I have a 2-1-4. My outfield, Julio, Randy, Riley Green, Buxton. Gosh dang it, we're doing it. This is the share number 2. We're going with Steve. So
There it is.
he this is a spot where I mean I do have upside. Matt Skills says this is his 48th. So he's right there with me. He's been moving right along. We were both at
Holy
42
crap.
last time. So Matt Skills, you planning on maxing this out as well? This will be my first year to max out this tournament. I have not done it yet. But this year we're going all in on Underdog, baby. And I missed who Swolberger took. Who'd he take? Willie Adamas. So he went ahead and grabbed the Willie Adamas. Did that before Bregman and Mikael Garcia. Matt Skills got him some Mikael Garcia. That's a nice pair with Bobby Witt. Now I'm seeing you with why you were hoping for Vinny P. I wasn't thinking about the Bobby Witt combo. All right, Duggar, what you looking at?
Well, I just got sniped. I was really hoping to pair Bichette. Take my fallback.
Who's your fallback?
Eugenio.
I should have known why I even ask. I know your fallback.
Yeah.
Matt says, yeah, I'm maxing. Winning the Corgi made it an easy decision. Oh, we got a winner here. Won the Corgi. Congratulations, my friend.
What was the pull on the Corgi?
Hopefully it was a pretty penny. Hopefully. Yeah, that's why I don't care to max out this year too. I had a nice football season. I finished 9th in the Schnauzer. So close. It could have been so much better. 25K. Nice. 25K. And Bobby Boucher, he jumped in the chat. What's up, my friend? The Wada Boy. I'm late. You guys got to run one more. It was a single entry. The Corgi was a single entry. Oh, I forgot about that. Look at you winning a single entry. That's amazing. Brock says, Duggar, that better be water in that cup.
Yes.
TDK says, you football guys are wild, man. Yeah, no, we are. Hey, baseball is my number one love. It will always be, but I'm also obsessed with drafting football teams. I love drafting football teams on here. Mads grabbed some Bradish.
It's just so much fun week to week.
It is. It's so much fun. And it's so much fun drafting football teams. I have a blast drafting football teams. Stacking is even funner for me in football. All right, back to me. Who just got picked? Mr. Heliot Ramis. Okay. So I've got several different ways I could play this. And I'm going to go with someone that I have not taken hardly at all yet. And I was just telling Duggar I need to get some more of with Mr. Mackenzie Gore.
There it is.
Yep. Almost no Mackenzie Gore so far. So that'll be maybe my second share. I was pretty much fading him.
The way too early drafts, I was taking a lot of Mackenzie Gore. I'm not necessarily fading him in the second half. He hasn't fallen basically for my draft plans.
Yeah. TDK liked the Gore pick. I appreciate it. Who'd he grab right after that? Yandy. Yep. If I was going to go infield, Yandy would have been the pick. Maz, MLB Best Ball is my favorite for drafting. There's so many more options to build. Oh, there is. The drafting baseball teams overall is just a much better experience. I just said stacking. Stacking to me is a little funner in football. It's kind of fun working in like playoff week stacks or just team stacks for football. Whereas with this, I do like the team stack in baseball, but really with baseball, it's more about lineup building that I love.
I mean, football for me, I love it too. Obviously, we do a lot of them. But man, once running backs are gone, it just feels gross drafting some teams.
Oh, God. Duggar, completely agree. And Gore, Brock said Gore's going to ball out. Texas dead last in right-hand hitter park factors last year. Ooh, great note right there. Love that. Well, make me feel better about that Gore pick. So we're definitely right, Duggar, and I need to be mixing Mackenzie Gore into my drafts more now that he is a Texas Ranger. And Swolberger grabbed him some Mizorowski. Maskill's got my boy Nolan McLean, one of my highest drafted guys. And then Duggar, you are a pick away. It's up to you, my friend. What are you doing?
I don't draft much gas, man. I was thinking about it, but I'm gonna go with Schwellenbach.
Go with Schwellenbach. Well, you know I love Schwellenbach, so I like to see you jump in there. TDK got some Gladiator shares of Gore, super stacked. Oh man, or super stoked. I wish that I had some Gladiator shares. I bet anything I don't. I bet I don't have any.
Oh,
last year I had so much. I was all in on Mackenzie Gore last year.
Jack,
did you just get sniped?
Yeah, both of my guys. That's why I went.
Yuri and you Savage. Yep.
Yep. We're gonna go ahead and push outfield. Give me some torque.
So I missed a couple comments here. I want to kind of run back. Slater says my app's been crashing like crazy. Yeah, I've been having some issues with the app too, where I have to close it and reopen it. Neto was auto picked. I thought so since it went to the end, but it was a good spot for Neto. Bobby Boucher says I have 20% Gore right now. Can't stop taking him. Well, that's a great number. That means you were taking him before the trade. Love it. Mazskills wanted Lopez. Slater says have a weird build, but I actually love it so far. Well, let's check it out because it is your pick. So we've got a 154. That is a little bit weird, but 155. But so my question for you, Swolberger, are you going to be going with 8 pitchers? 7, 8, 9? 9? I've never done a 9 pitcher build. All right. It's on me. I've got a 3-2-5. So I'm going to take one more outfielder, but it's not going to be with this first pick. Man. Let's get Jeremy Pena on this team.
So I just looked. I was at 25% in the way too early on Gore. I'm sitting at 9.5 for the current drafts.
So you actually have less now than you did earlier whenever Correct. You knew he was a national.
Yeah. You know how I roll. Oh, better situation? Don't like him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's so up your alley. All right. I'm just interested to see. I know no one cares, but gosh dang it. I bet I don't have any Mackenzie Gore and Gladiator. Nope. Sure don't. Man, that is a shame. I know. I was all over him last year. Maybe 8 arms for me. I don't know. Filling out this format. TDK, you have a 2-5-4 build. Yeah. Looking at your team right now, you have a very, very good infield. I mean, you could easily just take one more infield and push that to the end. I would say outfield, probably I would do an 8-6-6 build if I was you, Jason. And then now it's back to me. Back to me. What would you do, Duggar?
Sniped. You got sniped.
I didn't get sniped.
Oh, Varsho, you're one of your boys.
That's okay. This is pick 135. Varsho was going consistently 150 to 160. Now he's moved up, and I'm like, I have enough of him right now. He still is my highest drafted outfielder in the dingers, and so I can easily sacrifice some Varsho and let Jason go ahead and take him a share. By the way, I missed Shua's picks in the turn. It was Doyle and Horner. Love those picks. And then Chapman and Framber the rounds before. Man, I missed a few. Sorry about that, sir. Joe Ryan and Cags. All right, Matt just got him Bubba Chandler. Screw you, Duggar.
Yeah, I know. All my guys. never telling you guys what I like again.
Yeah, we'll have no idea considering you're going to be on here drafting, and you've been
I
in
know.
the other drafts that you haven't even been on.
I know. I don't draft much of this guy, but he's been a guy in the past. Plus, he's a teammate pairing, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him aboard.
Yep, bring him home. Simeon spent capital up front, got Varsho now. Yep, absolutely. Now, as we swing around to the turn, Brock Duggar's most rostered player in this format. Duggar, why don't you go ahead and tell us who your most rostered players are?
Jack Caglione at 66.7%.
At 66.7%. Can you say all in on Jack Caglione?
Yep.
I love it though. Don't ever change.
I never will.
I know you won't. And got you some
trying.
Tanner Bybee. Now that's one you don't have much of. You don't take Bybee very often.
No, I don't know that the upside's there, but he's more of a base play. I think we've seen what we've seen. He's just a solid arm.
He is. I mean, I like the arm that went right after Michael King, but yeah, Bybee is very solid.
He frees me up to take some potential upside picks later and still not have to go 8 pitchers.
Yep, I agree. All right, so Maskill's got him Spencer Steer. Swolberger got Tyler Glass now. Back to me. I've got a 4-3-5 build. Not going with an outfielder for a while. I will push my 6th outfield. Definitely going to go with an infielder. Question is, which one of these guys? I think I've got it. Yep, that's who I'm going to go with, Mr. Christian Walker. I feel like that's a really solid infield 4 after Jose, Terang, and Pena with some upside. TDK grabbed him some Luis Castillo. I thought about Colson Montgomery, by the way. That was the other one I was really torn on. Castillo's a good fall for a pitcher very much like Bybee, just as solid. What were you about to say, Duggar?
Let's say, I don't know about you, but this is one of the few sites that I think I prefer drafting from the app versus my computer.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely prefer drafting from the app compared to my computer. I usually, a lot of times, whenever I'm sitting drafting teams on my own, I'll have it pulled up on my computer just to kind of have a visual of the draft board. But I will be drafting from my phone that's in my hand. Castillo is my most drafted player overall. So Jason's all in on Luis Castillo. This is the best time to get him from a price perspective because he's never been cheaper. Oh, perfect. Oh, this couldn't have worked out better. I literally was thinking about this guy. Not Colson Montgomery, Ranger Suarez. Okay. I take a lot of Ranger here. This is my solid late bet pitcher here. Eovaldi and Amai, but they went before me. Shua got Westberg and Amai at the turn. And then Swolberger rocking with Nola, Rangers' former teammate. There goes Colson. Maskill's grabbed some Carlos Rodon. So after pushing pitching, Bradish, McLean, Bubba, Rodon. Okay. Coming back from injury, 2 rookies, and a guy who's going to miss half the season. Maz, I know you know what you're doing. I'm assuming you're probably going to do an 8-pitcher build with these 4 at the top.
Sounds like a guy after my own heart, I'll tell you that.
It sure does. You and him would be great friends. Brock says, I'm in an underdog slow draft currently. Believe we will finish by the All-Star break. Yeah, the 8 hours per pick. I hate slow drafts on underdog. I only do fast on underdog, myself personally. If you look at my rotation, you're not thinking my first pick was in round 10. No, that's very true. Let's go look at. Oh, yeah. That's Swolberger. Mizorowski, Schlittler, Glasnow, and Nola. Absolutely. Another push pitching. Very nice. I always love to see how the push pitching rosters go. Look at you grabbing Connor Griffin. Who was it that had O'Neill Cruz? Oh yeah, it was Maz Skills. I see what you did. You just tried to snipe him since he got you with that. Yeah, that's what it was.
There it
That was
is.
a
I love I love making spite picks. It is what it is.
Zach Gallen. You also love Zach Gallen. Why do you love Zach Gallen?
I just feel like getting him this late. It's a very solid arm that you can get super late.
Yeah. Maz says, some good news on Rodon. Think he only misses a month, saying he could even start spring training. Ooh, very interesting. So Carlos Rodon, for anyone that doesn't know, he absolutely destroyed it last year. He finished as starting pitcher 5. So that is an absolute mondo value if he does only miss a month. Guess who's going to be started mixing back into some of my rotations? Mr. Carlos Rodon. And then Nick Lodolo. I love Lodolo too. All right. Swolberger, what you got? What you got? Marcell Ozuna. All right. I was talking about this earlier as my chance. Giancarlo Stanton as my final outfield. Now I'm done there. I'll be going pitcher and infield the rest of the way. Trevor Rogers to Jason. So, Jason, you're pitching right now. Those 5, another push, Sonny Gray, Gavin Williams, Luis Castillo, Pepio, Trevor Rogers. Love that group. That is a very, very solid innings-eating group right there. Good quality starts. Yep. Very nice. All right. Shua, let's see what you got. Love Stanton for the spike potential. He's all about them spike weeks, baby. I call them pop weeks. I got my own little name for weeks, like pop weeks, ultra weeks, elite weeks, Hall of Fame weeks. Duggar knows all about this. He's heard me talk about this for years. Lodolo injury before playoffs last year hurt bad. Oh gosh, I know. First Ozuna share, don't love it. I don't have any Ozuna, so I'm right in the same boat with you in that I'm not doing it. But I could see regretting that big time because Ozuna can be a stud for this format if he signs in a good place and plays every day. Stanton really showed up big on these underdog type matchup numbers. I mean, yeah, it's just about those big pop weeks. I mean, whenever he's your outfield 6, it's why I love Varsho as my outfield 6 so much, that I've been able to build on these lineups throughout is because at your outfield 5 or 6, you don't need anything other than a handful of big monster weeks for that to work out. They don't have to be consistently good. TDK, back to you. Shua went with Paredes and Amoniga on the turn. Paredes, I love. Amoniga, I'm kind of indifferent. I think he's very similar to Ranger Suarez, who I took back here. I'm not really sure, though, about Amoniga. I think it's a good pick. Need some potential upside with this build. Slayton says, well, it's my pick, and then you get to choose one of those guys. Now, nothing jumps out at me from a stack perspective. So I'm going to go with someone that I know I want to move up some shares of and grab Addison Barger. Owen Casey. I'm going to go look up real quick. Is his name pronounced Casey or Cassie? I don't know that officially. To Baseball Reference. Casey. It's Casey. All right. It's not Cassie. It's Casey. Beck Sniper. You got Jordan Becht, the pick before. You got Tovar. Tovar probably is a better pick. Mad Skills love the Matt McClain. All right, Duggar. What is your build currently?
5-5-5.
5-5-5. So, where are you going from here? You can literally do anything.
Yep.
You could say that if you wanted.
It's fair. So, because I went 2 boring pitchers, I'm going to take the upside play, and I just need my team to survive till he comes back. I was going to go Brandon Lau for the stack, but obviously could not do that.
Yep. You ain't kidding. Brock says, understand stacks in football, but is there actually a correlation in this dinger between highest finishes and stacking? Yeah, there can be. So was talking about this on the Stacking Dingers show with those guys. Mazkill says stacking has been shown to work. I didn't do it much last year, and I'm doing it a lot now. So one thing that it absolutely works with is advance rates. So what's one of the most important things when you draft these teams? Like there's 12 of us in here drafting. Only 2 of us are getting tickets and moving on. The other 10 of these teams are going to be off in the ether of teams that we forget about. So only 2 of us move on. So you need to advance, and stacking is a great way to help you advance. In the playoffs, that's where it boils down to, did the teams that you picked, do they perform in the playoffs? It's that simple. I'm up. I have a 5.56. I am done with outfield. I'm going to have a lot of Merrill Kelly. I just can't help. I just think he's such a good, consistent pick down here.
Something else, Brock, that I wasn't ever thinking about, and some of our other drafters have brought it up, is stacking pitching. And mainly that's because you're going to up your chances of getting double starts. 2-start pitchers are very valuable when the playoffs come around. So the more pitchers you have from a certain staff, you're just upping your chances to advance in those weeks. Not saying
Yep.
I'm going to do it a lot or recommend it, but it is an interesting theory.
It's an interesting theory. That's right. And I mean, I think that it's worth doing just a handful of times. Like we were talking about, Duggar and I were talking about what teams would be good to do that with, what pitching staffs. Like someone who has like one early and then the rest of the guys go later. So by the way, a couple things I've missed in the chat. Matt Skills has been getting sniped on each side of him. He was sniped on Jack Leiter, sniped on Sal Stewart. That's rough. TDK says Braxton. Did I miss that? Did Braxton Ashcraft go? He sure did. Matt Skills grabbed him. And let's see, what else did I miss here? Bobby Boucher says, I've been stacking pitching a lot lately, at least tie breaking with it. So see, he's been doing the pitching stacking. TDK says 3rd and 4th starter stacks. Bobby Boucher back to, I've gone as far as looking at which teams have 7-game weeks in championship round and targeting pitchers and stacking those teams. That's phenomenal. I love that. I love that extra. Oh, let me get my pick started real quick.
Oh, my queue just got wiped out.
Maz says it's all good, keeps me on my toes. Yep, when you're maxing out, you get used to just pivoting. And then finally, Brock would rather just take good players on good offenses rather than reach on players just for the sake of stacking. 100%. You don't want to reach on players just for the sake of stacking. I could not agree with that more. I have done that in the past, and it doesn't work. For hitting, I always look at stacking as like a tiebreaker. Like earlier, whenever I took Randy Arozarena, it's a great example. When I took Randy Arozarena versus Caminero, it was not only it was a positional tiebreaker because I like outfield, but also the team. So it just helped make that little bit of extra for me to go Randy and stack those 2. I don't have any other Mariners, so really it's not. I haven't even done a Mariners stack. It's just the 2 pair. And yeah, Bobby Boucher says, yeah, I agree, Brock. Just let it happen naturally. 100%. Okay, back to the draft board here. So TDK grabbed him some Cade Horton. I know he loves some Cade Horton. After Mitch Keller, got 7 pitchers. So you got a 7.65. Shua has, what's going on? Oh, we're on the wrong end. My bad. Duggar, you just grabbed Matt Wallner.
Yep.
Back to you. What are you looking at? Joe Musgrove. Love it. You know, I like taking me some Joe Musgrove at the end of these. Matt's got him some Bubik. Oh, man. Swolberger grabbed Andrew Painter in round 18 right after my Okamoto. Duggar, were you, did you shed a tear? Did I miss the tear fall from your face?
You did. Yep.
Yep. I thought so.
Yep. The Painter
I
pick.
thought so.
I'm not drafting much Jordan Walker because he's burned me every single year. But I was going to take him, put him in my queue, and he immediately got drafted. So there's that.
There's that. All right. Maz got him some Noelvi. So you got another Reds piece there. You've got a nice little Reds sub stack going there. Friedel, Steer, McLean, and Noelvi. I like doing the red stacks at the end. Robbie Snelling, man, Andrew Painter and Robbie Snelling. Can you say upside, my friend?
That's my kind of team right there.
That is your kind of team, Duggar. You know what? My pitchers: Cole Reagans, Hunter Green, Mackenzie Gore, Alcantara, Ranger Suarez, and Merrill Kelly. Let's go upside for my last pitcher pick too. Let's go with Shane McClanahan.
I almost pulled the trigger, but I think I have done it too many times.
You probably have. TDK going with Matthew Boyd. So
he's a Boyd boy.
He's a Boyd boy. So he's got 2 Cubs. Jose Soriano, now Shua. Oh, I missed the Luis Morales pick. Love that. Spent up there, but I love it. 17-12. Conley early. So we've got a lot of us guys in here that are shooting for upside with our pitching staff, and I am a fan of it. And then, Duggar, your boy, Spaghetti Arrighetti.
I know.
Shua, Duggar loves your pitching. I will tell you that right now. He takes all these guys.
Oh, yeah.
All right. TDK, last pick, my friend. Matt says, I've got a lot of Morales myself. See, I don't have a lot of these guys that I do like taking down here at the end, but I'm just taking infielders in the final round so often that that'll be something that'll be interesting whenever I look at my shares tomorrow, because we're going to be using a sheet that'll also show me where I'm taking what positions. Well, this final one, this is easy. I'm not even let it time down. Just go ahead and grab my top pick, Ivan Herrera. I can't help it. This is why I don't have a lot of these other people. Ivan Herrera and Royce Lewis go at the very bottom, and I have such a hard time not taking them when I know I can push them and they're there. Okay. We are about to wrap this up. We're going to do a recap, and then I'll check and see if anyone wants to stay on and do another draft. We could look at getting in another draft. Duggar, I don't know if you want to, but if not, it's no problem. You can hop off once we do the review, and I'll do another one with the guys if people want to stay on. I know Bobby Boucher does. Need 2 or 3
Brock?
people.
I'll do
Brock, if you want to. Yeah, Brock says he's ready. Him and Bobby Boucher are ready. Speaking of, Duggar, it's about to be your last pick.
Yeah, I don't do this much. So this is where I didn't force it. I don't even love this pick, to be honest, but it's a stack play. So he's my boring but beautiful pick.
Yep. Nope. And especially when you have Juan Soto. I mean, honestly, you're kind of lucky that you're able to get him down there that late, to be honest. Okay. Great draft, everyone. That was awesome. So let's go ahead and do a run through of the teams of the guys in the stream. So first up, Duggar, we'll start with yours. So you went with a 7-7-6. And guys, I do see enough people. We will jump in another draft. Currently, there's a dinger in lobby with 10 filled. All right, guys, let's do a countdown. Let's go ahead and join, and then we'll review teams while we wait for it to fill. Okay, so if everyone, few minute rate should be good. Yeah, so if everyone wants to go ahead and pull it up, I'm going to do the countdown. Duggar, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so the countdown starts in Hope you guys are already out there. In 3, 2, 1, enter. Oh no, mine says 11 more to start. Guys, mine says 11 more to start. Now I'm 9 more to start.
Mine can't verify my location. Cool.
Shua says, wish I could join the next one, but have to run in 15. Well, guys, we're now at 8 more to start. So in the one that I'm in, mine, Brock, you want to jump in the second one and do 2 at once? Brock missed it. Dang it. 9 more on mine. I think we started a fresh lobby. Should be good. Yeah, we did. But Brock, I think, got in the previous one. Well, we're sitting here at 8 more to start. Let me review some comments real quick. Matt says, anybody picking Jared Jones besides me? Yeah, Duggar and I have. We've talked about that. I was bringing Jared Jones up to him. We saw that video of him pitching the other day in a bullpen. I'm like, oh, Jared Jones might be back. Pirates pitching, Duggar. Pirates pitching.
Oh, I'm here for it.
I always feel like the team would be completely different if there were 40 seconds as opposed to 30. What about 20? When football gets here, we're doing 20 seconds per pick. So get ready for that. That is fast and furious. Slater says, fellas, that was fun. Who took Morales? That was the guy at the turn, my friend. That was Shua. We're trying to have a full staff of 6'5 plus. Brock going to get the winning dinger team from that lobby. Watch. Oh, Brock, if you do, share some of that 200K with me, buddy. All right. Let's go back and do a team reviews like I was saying. So we got 7 more to start. Brock says, bummer, but he's not going to jump in another. That's all right, buddy. That's all right. Well, you can let us know how it goes. Okay. Duggar went with a 7.76. Hunter Brown, Schwellenbach, Bybee, Gallen, Cole, and Musgrove. Vinny P, Suarez, Torkelson, power. Simeon, Connor Griffin, Manzardo, and Polanco. Juan Soto, Churio, Duran, Ian Happ, Adolis, and Wallner. Yeah, Duggar, I think you've got a great team. How do you feel about it?
I'm okay with it. I probably would have liked to have one more pitcher. Swap someone out. That being said, love my power. Infield, I think, still has a lot of upside. Outfield, you
We'll
talked
see with
earlier.
Adolis and Wallner are the risky. After you have the 4 solid where you spent up with your first 4, then you pushed it. We'll see how that works.
And that's kind of what I mean by, even though I went early and pushed it, I don't love what's there. That's how it ends up. You did say it. You only need 3. 4 is preferred, right? To factor every week. But we've seen Adolis do it, and Matt Wallner has the upside if he could stay on the damn field. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. Well, I like it. Okay. Next up, we had Maz Skills. All right. And he did go with the 8.66. So he did do the 8 pitcher build after waiting to 102 for his first one. Bradish, McLean, Bubba, Carlos Rodon, Lodolo, Braxton, Bubik, and Jared Jones. Very big fan of this push pitching upside play staff. Bobby Witt, Vlad, Mikhail, Spencer Steer, Matt McLean, Noelvi Marte. That is a Underdog drafters infield. I love it. And then Wyatt Langford, Nimmo, O'Neill Cruz, Brian Reynolds, Santander, Friedel. You've done these a time or two. You know how to stack. That's a great roster to add to your list of teams. Next up, Swolberger, AC Slater. He went with Mizorowski, Schlittler, waited also in pitching till pick 113. Glass now, Aaron Nola, Painter, Snelling, Singer. Now with your pitching, it's a little bit riskier seeing the Painter and Snelling now after remembering the Mizorowski, Schlittler, Glass now, Nola start. I could easily see this pitching working out or easily see it blowing up in your face. Let's see how your hitters turned out. Matt Olson, Freddie Freeman, Austin Riley, Zach Neto, Willie Adames, and Augustin. That's about as good as you can get as an infield. and Corbin Carroll, James Wood, Stowers, Ramos, Jung-Hoo Lee, Ozuna, and Owen Casey. Yeah, so you have depth at outfield because the outfield isn't quite as good as the infield, but the outfield has depth and is good. Your infield's phenomenal. Pitching to be determined, but I like that build. Next up, TDK. Jason, what did you do? You went with an 866. Also, we got a lot of push pitching in here. Sonny Gray to pick 111 was his first one. Gavin Williams, Luis Castillo, Pepio, Trevor Rogers, Mitch Keller, Cade Horton, Matthew Boyd. This to me is almost an ideal wait on pitching, get the floor with some ceiling, but really focus on the floor pitching staff. Guys that should be innings eaters, be out there. You've seen them. Cade Horton's the only quote unquote risk. Well, I mean, Boyd's an injury risk, but like, and Rogers, anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the only young guy. The rest of the guys we've seen. And then you got 6 and 6. So you got Ellie, Jr., Perdomo, CJ Abrams, Yandy, and Tovar. Phenomenal infield. Those guys are great plays. Every single one of them playing every day, prominent points in the lineup. Tatis, Taylor Ward, Profar, Joe Adell, Varsho, Willie Castro. Jason, phenomenal team. Great push pitching build. Think that's very good. All right, next up, Shua at the turn. And he went with a 7-7-6, which is my favorite kind of build, the traditional build. Joe Ryan, Framber, Tetsuya Imai, Shota Amanaga, Luis Morales, Conley Early, and Eric Getty. So very solid at the top with Joe Ryan and Framber. I would call Shota Amanaga a dependable, quote unquote, dependable innings eater. Amai should be. This is an upside play. Should be really good. I'm all in on Amai this year. Morales, Conley Early, and Arrighetti. This is very risky, very upside, very risky. But I think every single one of these pitchers, there was a reason to take them. Would I have necessarily wanted all three of them together? Maybe one more solid, like a solid innings guy, like how I got Merrill Kelly in there. But that's boring. This is fun, so I like that. Ketel Marte, Josh Naylor, Matt Chapman, Nico Horner, Jordan Westbrook, Paredes, and Salvi. I don't see much from a stack perspective, but I don't think you need to, because every single one of these infielders are great plays. You've got the pop plays, you've got the steady plays, you've got the everyday guys. Yeah, that's great. And then Devers, which does pair with Chapman, Devers, Jordan, Seiya, Altuve, Cags, and Doyle. Great outfield. So I'm a really big fan of this team, Shua, at the turn. Other than, don't love the end of the pitching, but don't hate it either. I think it's just a very upside end of pitching, where if you had one more dependable innings eater, I would feel a little better about it myself. And then one more to start, and we'll get going. Perfect timing. And then this was my build, 7-7-6, which again I like to do a ton. Reagans, Green, Mackenzie Gore, Alcantara, Ranger, Merrill Kelly, and McClanahan, with Jose Ramirez, Bryce Terang, Jeremy Pena, Christian Walker, Barger, Akamoto, Ivan Herrera, and an outfield of Julio, Randy, Riley Green, Buxton, Kwan, and Stanton. Duggar, what do you think about my build?
Terrible.
Appreciate it, buddy. It's just terrible.
It's just terrible. No, I like it. I like it. Something you did say when you were going through the teams that I think is a great point, is when you're thinking about players, like the year that I did win, Brenton Doyle was drafted on almost 0 teams. And the main reason I drafted him was late minute notification. He was going to get an everyday job, played great defense, and was going to bat at the top of the lineup. So really, it's just getting those bulk at bats. So if you can get those top third of the order bats, and the more of them you can get, it's all about getting the points.
Yep, absolutely. I want to catch up on Doug. Are you in this, by the way? Did you join?
Yep.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, he's in. He'll do one.
Everyone.
Tastes so good once it hits your lips.
It's just
Okay,
so good.
so there's a bunch of comments. Okay, so let's see here.
You dog.
Oh, got that 1-1. Maz with the 1-2. Swolberger back in this. Glad to see you with the 1-4. Duggar with the 1-6. Bobby Boucher, what's up, buddy? At the 1-8.
Mass at the 2.
Jay Sakura at the 12, who was in the last one. I said Maz.
Oh,
So, Jay Sakura, are you in the chat? If you are, jump in and say hey to us. All right. By the way, let's see. Oh, TDK, are you in this? Oh, TDK, you did not jump in this one. That's all right, buddy. It was great having you in the first one. He says, let's go back. Like I said, there's a bunch of comments here. Wallner, big weekends. Matt Skills, love Cam, and I will have 0 NOLA. Neto, great pick there. Brock B, Devers in outfield, dumbest I've ever seen. Yeah, I know. It is. Because I don't understand it. Because Devers, I'm going to just go ahead and let this time down. Devers has first base eligibility. He played over 20 games at first. So why is he not infield? I get DHs go to outfield, and that's what their thought process. Maybe just because he played more games at DH, and it's that simple, and that's the answer. TDK Vanilla Arms. Slater says this is the opposite of my staff. TDK, nice looking team. Slater hopped in the next draft. Awesome. Shua, yeah, I feel the same on that pitching staff. TDK got your guys. Yep. That's Ramon Laureano this year. Who are you talking about with that one? Have a fun draft, y'all. I'm to the house. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it, bud. And then Maz, for some reason, I struggle with the 2. You struggle with the 2. Well, I mean, you took Judge, didn't you? Yeah. When you say you struggle with the 2, do you mean you don't like the turn, like the 2-3 turn and drafting from the 2? Certainly. You don't mean you struggle with taking Judge. One thing DK has right is Devers at infield. Yeah, I've not played over on DraftKings yet. I did say at some point this draft season we will jump in. Duggar, I don't know if you want to do it with me. We may do it offline just to see, jump in to DraftKings and see what it's like drafting over there. Look at the rules because I've never drafted any best ball over on DraftKings. But I'm
love
open
getting
to it.
Schwarber at 6.
Yeah, he just doesn't like drafting. Love Judge. Yeah, let's say there's nothing not to love from Judge. And Duggar, you got Schwarber at the 6.
Yep.
Beautiful. Love it. All right, buddy. I am going to go run and use the bathroom. So hold down the fort for me. I'll be back in just a minute.
Well, cool. Because I can't see the chat, so I can't talk to anybody. Well, I'm going to take this time to get a refresher myself.
All right. Well, I see Duggar. I don't see you here. So
I took the time to get a refill myself.
Oh, Gotcha. Okay.
I can't
Go
see the
refill.
comments, so
Go refill
there's
your
no.
water.
Yeah, I can't see the comments, so there's no reason for me to just stand there and stare at the screen.
I mean, you could have talked to the guys, but it's cool.
Yeah,
No
but I can't read the
problem.
comments.
All right. Speaking of the comments, Slater says Acuna might break fantasy again if he runs this year. He could. Nobody is making DK MLB content, and judging from what I can find, there's a low-hanging search result fruit to be had if you do some DK content. Very interesting. I appreciate that, Shawa. I will keep that in mind. Most of my funds are on DK, and looking at a fill rate and the $1 drag bunt might find some homes for starving drafters for your channel. Very interesting, because I'm on DK a lot for just football and stuff, just making lineups in the week. But I traditionally lose money on DraftKings, which is why I've never done any of their tournaments. So, but Underdog is king for obvious reasons. That drafts how quickly do drafts fill on DraftKings? Because you know how they are here, like they'll fill so quick. Matt says tried a couple DraftKings in the app, and the app is still glitchy. I'm up. All right, who do I want to pair with Shohei this time? So I could do. I've gotten very lucky. One thing I will say is I've gotten a lot of Shohei, and I don't know that I've done this combo. We're gonna try it. The Boston
You absolutely
stack.
have. But
Have
that's okay.
I?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe this is the second one. Crochet is usually one of those that I like to take Pete Alonso too. But yeah. Well, I'm still happy with going with that. Let's go ahead. I don't have the draft board up here. Active. Go to draft. Pull up that draft board. Okay. All right, we're back in. So Maskills got him from pick 2, the Schemes Crochet. So he got that double pitcher build. Have you got that before, Maz? You can tell DK is playing catch up on Underdog in the best ball streets. Well, you know what? I'm going to check out some. I'm off work tomorrow. I'm going to do some DraftKings. Just check it out and see. And then, we'll see about maybe just hopping on and doing one sometime, because I do think that's very interesting. I know I'm going to be doing, I didn't say this earlier, I'm going to be doing some NFBCs on here, not a lot, but on Thursday, February 26th, I'm going to be in the Bubba and the Bloom auction, and I'll be live streaming that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That'll be a long night, mini bathroom breaks in that one. It's a 5-hour-ish type night. I did a well going. It worked out okay. Yeah, so you have done the 2-pitcher build from the turn there. And then also I want to do a Draft Champions live stream. Brock and we always co-own a Draft Champions team. And maybe, Brock, I don't know if you're on here, if you're listening still, but maybe me and you, maybe we stream our Draft Champions and talk it out with everyone on here. I'd love that. If you'd be down, I would be down, because we're looking at doing that in March. And then there's also a best ball tournament on NFBC, and I'm going to get in one of those fast drafts and stream that on here as well. That's going to be super fun, because that best ball tournament is the scoring format that I'm used to. I'm used to the NFBC scoring format. It's what I've studied doing best ball 10 so much for the last 5 years. I miss best ball 10s, Duggar. I do. I'm very, very into Underdog, but I do miss best ball 10s, because the thing
there
with
was just
that,
so much more strategy involved.
there's so much more strategy when you take every position, and that where you take catcher, first, second, third, short, outfield,
You get
all
those
of it.
guys who are eligible at 2 to 3 positions are just
The
so much more valuable.
The multi-position aspect changes the game, absolutely changes values drastically. So I'm definitely going to do at least one of those at some point. Not sure
I don't
when.
miss those 1 minute per picks though.
Oh gosh, though, those fast drafts 1 minute per pick. Last year, we're so used to these 30 seconds or 20 seconds. It's so brutal waiting 1 minute per pick.
I know it sounds crazy, but it was terrible.
I know, and because that used to be the standard. Okay, we're a couple rounds into here. Let's catch up with some of the stuff that's happened in the draft. So Boucher's up right now. He's got Corbin Carroll, Vlad Guerrero, and Seiya Suzuki. Good solid start. Let's see what you do here. The answer is Bryce Harper.
Damn it.
I got my Phillies jersey on tonight, so I endorse that pick. Iltron, you were going to take Bryce, weren't you, to go try to go with a Schwarber Bryce stack?
I was. I love me some Bryce. I don't take much of them because I'm so outfielder heavy, but I was I was gonna pull the trigger this
You were
draft.
going to this time, but instead do the team stack from the Cubs angle. I like it.
Yep.
We've got Swolberger here coming up. Pick after this. He has Ronald Acuna, Nick Kurtz, and Wyatt Langford. Oh boy, that is a 3-player start upside city, my friend. I love that 3-player start. Holy cow.
Yep.
If that all works, that don't screw this one up because that could be huge. Do not screw this pick up, Slater.
No pressure.
Shawa, hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you coming on. Jump in this weekend, Friday and Saturday night. All right. Let's see what he does. And then Maz coming back to us at the turn, my friend.
So I will say I don't normally target stacks. I did go ahead and load my queue up of players, just kind of keep an eye on them this time. I do it way more in football, but we're gonna give a Phillies Cubs look and just see how it plays out.
Absolutely. So I should take Trey Turner here, right?
You son of a bee.
I am going Mookie Betts.
Yeah, Mookie with Ohtani for sure.
But I am, man, I guess I just go ahead and go in with the stack with Teoscar instead of Springer. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
You take way more Springer.
I have a ton of Springer. I don't know what my percent is, but I know it's a lot. Teoscar, I don't take a lot of. So I got a Dodgers Red Sox thing going here. Jazz. So Nimmo and Jazz to Maskills. So he mentioned, back whenever he went with the pitching earlier, the double pitching, he thought it was going to be a lot more unique because they were going so earlier, but now it's an obvious play. I know. Slater says, trying to force me to take Freddie again. Yeah. Sure are. All right. And so Slater did go with Yelich and Profar. Good picks, my friend. Those are very good, solid picks. 2 veterans that are both really good players that are going to play every day, assuming health. So I definitely like that. Now you've got the 0-1-4. Going to keep pushing pitching. Same with me. This one. Maskills. The Jazz pairs with Judge. So we've got that going. All right, Duggar, back to you. Who do you have queued up?
We're going to go with Mr. Turner.
Oh, you lucky. You lucky.
I don't take much of him. And
No,
that's probably a problem. I'm just so outfield focused.
Yes, not having a lot of him could definitely end up being a problem. But I'm right there with you. I don't know what I am, but I know it's not a lot. I mean, that much I do know. Okay, Bobby Boucher just went with Hunter Brown, got his first pitcher at pick 56. Love that because, we are very big on Hunter Brown. And now let's see here. I think I said this earlier. Is Sakura in the chat? I don't believe so, but he's been in back-to-back of these, so I wasn't too sure.
It's my favorite thing about doing these is starting to see people's names just because you draft so much.
Oh yeah, yeah. Turner scares me as he ages, so that's a reason why to not take him. He is getting older, but he's still though. I mean, he was very good last year. Bobby Iglesias was close to taking my first Yamamoto there. Dang.
Let's be honest. He's also has the best slide in the history of MLB.
the best slide. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Who are we talking about? Trey Turner?
Yeah. He's got the most boss slide. I'll send you
I
some
guess I've
clips.
not paid enough of attention to how boss his slide is.
Team name.
But Maz agrees. He says it's a great slide. All right. Mr. Boucher got him some Mike Trout. Love that. So Carol, Saya, Mike Trout. I will be all in with Mike Trout, and I will burn with that ship when he gets hurt. As a Dodge, that slide was as a Dodger, no less.
It was. Oh, good.
Who you wanted? Is it a stack piece? Nope,
No,
but I still like it.
I just wanted Larry.
Got some Larry in your life. I don't feel like you get a lot of Butler, do you?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That one doesn't ring a bell for me that you click on a lot. I definitely know I click on him more than you.
He felt like a good addition for this team. Plus, he was a 6-pick fall, so I like getting those falls.
And you've got the 1-1-4 start. So currently, as of right now, we have pick 11 with a 0-3-3. Swellberger just got his first pitcher with Brian Woo. And so right now, I am the only one I'm the only one at the front of the draft. It's my pick. It's a couple at the back with no pitcher. But we're going to keep the no pitcher thing going, even though my number one pitcher is the guy at the top of the queue. But I really love... I'm going anti-stack here because you know how much I love Ben Rice.
Not going to take Chris Sale. Okay.
I know what. You know what I am. I'm pushed it long enough. I'm going to take Chris Sale.
There it is.
So Chris Sale is my number one highest drafted pitcher. I know that for a fact. It's 100% because of where he goes. It wouldn't be if he was going earlier. But I love this spot of round 7. Sometimes even the occasional late round 7 to early round 8. All right, so Swellberger got him some, pair piece with Wyatt Langford and Corey Seager. Maz grabbed Bo Bichette and Lou Bob, so back-to-back Mets. So he's got a New York thing going. New York. The city's so nice they named it twice. Manhattan's the other name.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case you didn't know.
Thanks. Appreciate it. This one pains me.
All right, what you doing?
A little bit. This one hurts a little bit. Going for the stack piece because man, Vinny P staring me. Is just staring me in the face right there.
Oh, that was hard for you, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
I'm surprised
I still don't like it.
I was going to say, I'm surprised your finger actually made that click.
Yeah, I know.
So Bobby Boucher went with Santander. So we were talking about him earlier. He's a pair piece with Vlad. I was saying in the last draft, I've not been taking hardly any Santander other than if I do have Vlad and I'm trying to do a Blue Jay thing, because there's some nice Blue Jay pieces that I like to take later, then I will mix Santander in. All right. So right now, DABK is, and so pick 9 and pick 11 still don't have a pitcher. Let's see if pick 11 jumps in with his first pitcher. Matt says, I love the Cubs, but have zero Bregman. I know I have almost no Bregman as well.
Same.
Bobby Boucher says Garcia,
all
the Vinny P. Garcia 25 picks ahead of ADP is interesting. Mikhail, is that the Garcia that we're talking about? Where did he go? Oh, Adolis. It was Adolis here. Oh, I see. At pick 77. Does that guy have a Phillies thing going? No, it was his second outfield, too. Yeah. So, myself
Hmm.
personally, I would advise against this build that this team has 3-2-2 with your second outfield being Adolis. I just don't feel that you're going to get there by the end, but let's keep an eye on that and see how he does. Because
He's just
obviously,
preemptively trying to screw my stack. It's okay. It's fine.
that is what he did, isn't it? It's all right though. You still made it work.
Yeah, he's spite drafting.
You
It's
still
okay.
made it
I'm
work.
for it. Bring it on.
All right, Bobby. He got him some DeGrom. So DeGrom is right there with me with Chris Sale. I have so much DeGrom too. It's the same thing. It's based off of the draft value and where he's at versus these relative other arms. He's so much later. And DeGrom and Sale, they literally could be right after Skeen, Scooble, and Crochet, and maybe Yamamoto, but they're right there as far as quality of arm if they are truly healthy. Oh, you got your CAG. So make that 68% now.
Well, couldn't get them both. It is what it is. I'm not even a Royals fan. I don't even know what I'm doing. It is what it is.
It's
I'm,
just because you love committing to a bit. No matter what it is, if you can commit to it, you love to do that.
you know what? That's fair. I love pissing you off.
You do. Yes, you do. And CAGs is not one of those, but pick 91. He's moving up higher and higher. I mean,
I
don't you
know.
miss again a month ago when we could get Caglione at pick 110, 115?
Well, I mean,
Easily,
look
easily.
at all these outfielders. Everybody's moving up. I mean, even
Everyone
Kelio Ramos is a top 100 pick now. Andy
moving
Pages
on
is a,
up.
a top 100 pick. That's insane to me.
Speaking of, I don't ever take him. I need to do it with this team, with this build. All right. We are sticking with the stack theme. Snell and Andy Pages. Brock says, I'm going to make sure Duggar gets no CAGs in our home leagues.
I
You done screwed yourself there, Duggar.
I about gave you something that Spencer told me I explicitly couldn't do, but just don't you worry. Oh man, the Strider fall. Oh, I wanted him so bad.
Oh, the Strider fall. Maz says he'll jump in and take the Strider fall. So he, after those schemes, Crochet, going with Joe Ryan and Strider. Now, here's where I will say, even though I don't like Strider, and I know I've made that point, I do like Strider here. Pick 98 when you already have Skeens, Crochet, and Joe Ryan. That is an instance, Maz, where I do really like that Strider pick because he as your fourth pitcher, you don't have to rely on him. You get the upside. And it's almost pick 100. It's after a lot of the pitchers that he normally goes before. Because again, big reason why I don't like taking Strider is a lot of times he goes up in this Logan Gilbert, Freddie Peralta, Brian Wu range. This is a much, much better spot for him.
I agree. I'm just not afraid to do it.
And love the Michael Bush pick, Duggar. Great stack piece there. And I'm just a big Michael Bush fan.
Yeah, you are.
There goes Mackenzie Gore. Bobby Shea got him some Mikael Garcia. That Royals, nope, but that's all right. Every time that I think of Mikael Garcia, I always think of Mikael Franco. I can't help it, but it's the only two Mikaels that I know.
How dare you?
Do you know any more Mikaels? I'm sorry, I only know the
Yeah,
two.
yeah, bro. We went to high school with one.
We did?
No.
I was gonna say maybe you did at your high school, some other place. Not mine. All right. Bryce Terang, Matt Chapman with the turn. Now we're coming back around. All right, we're getting to the interesting part of everyone's build. So, everyone who's in the chat here, Bobby Boucher has a 2-3-4. Duggar's got a 1-3-5. Maz has a 4-2-3, and I've got a 2-2-5. So Maz spin up the most. Bobby Boucher is kind of in the same boat as me, and Duggar's the one who's pushing the most, but it's because you have Scooble. So you've got the locked in number one, best one, and you can push easily and feel fine.
Man,
okay.
Oh.
With that said, we are coming back to you after Bobby picks, and he grabbed my boy Nolan McLean. Coming back to you, Doug Hare. What are you doing?
I think I'm going to take an upside play, a guy that I don't take enough of, and you know that I thoroughly enjoyed him early last year. So we'll see. Actually, 2 years ago.
Hopefully, Iltron doesn't snipe you. There we go.
He just did. Thank you. Okay, and pivot.
Really? Mizorowski was going to be your pick?
Yeah, I don't take him.
What were you just saying about 2 years ago, though? He wasn't playing 2 years ago.
Well, put him on my radar because we're in such deep leagues.
Matt says there's no good outfielder there either. Yeah, outfields evaporate here. I do like Dylan Cruz. Brock says, no, we all like to draft, but seems like a huge inherent advantage to just draft as late as possible in this contest. So this contest here, you can say that it is a huge advantage to draft late so that you know more information, but also that the values could drastically swing. They change like this. So you can build some great teams by drafting early too. Yeah, it's maybe riskier. So it depends on how often you're doing. For me, I'm going to be drafting the entire course of the tournament. And with that said, I know I'm going to have to make sure that I limit myself to mostly streams and the occasional non-stream draft, because we are how many days away from the regular season? Let's see, 2025 MLB regular season start. I typed in 2025. Ha, whoopsie.
So that's the good and bad of setting your queue.
March 28th. So we've got 2 months. What, Duggar?
I said that's
you
the
set
good
your
and
queue
bad
and you
of
got
setting
autoed?
your queue. I got autoed. It didn't let me click my pick. I mean, it still works. Dang. It's fine. But yeah, it's not who I was trying to take.
Well, I'll go ahead and grab, you know what? We're going to go double Spencers. We'll go double Spencers with Schwellenbach and Torkelson. Right. And Brock, yeah, no, like I said, depends on how many lineups you're going to do. If you're only wanting to put maybe say 10 lineups in this, you know, maybe do one or two a month and save, maybe do 2 this month, 2 next month, and then do 6 in March, you know, something like that.
But also recommend doing some early drafts because of, you know, just the guy that I like, right? Caglione. His ADP's jumped almost 20 picks.
Yeah, just like 100%. Just like we were saying, these guys' picks, they change so quickly and the values change so quickly. Just how I'm getting Ivan Herrera in round 20 all the time now. He comes out, starts crushing in spring training. He's going to shoot up. I mean, some big report comes out, some fantasy podcast who's talking him up. You know, the values can swing so quickly. Again, Varsho, I was getting him so much at pick 150 to 165, and now he's going 120, 130. So there's just a lot that can change quickly. All right. You got your Savage, so you got your boy. By the way, the Nico Horner, I still love. And it was about the right time to take him anyway. So that wasn't a bad auto.
No, I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just now I don't love that you Savage is my number 2. I would prefer him as my number 3.
100% agree. Maz got him Dylan Cruz and Brenton Doyle. So you may have said you don't like the outfielders there, but you picked 2 good ones. Boucher grabbed Swanson. He said, sorry, dog. This is shocking. Vicente took Harrison Bader at 125. New San Francisco Giant Harrison Bader as his fifth outfield at pick 125. Now, this is an example of someone overreacting to a signing because Bader, I have no problem with taking him. I'm completely fine with taking Bader, but there's no
But
reason to jump him
he's
that high.
undrafted. He's undrafted.
Yeah, he's been undrafted. So you could have easily, if you really wanted him, move him up in round 18 and not round, what are we in? 12. Yeah. So, and that was in round 11. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts there.
Doug Hooley, anyway.
Yeah, speaking of Jung Hoo Lee, who just went. And I mean, I'm sorry, 0% chance in my mind that Bader will do better than Jung Hoo Lee unless Jung Hoo Lee dislocates his shoulder again.
Yep.
And Bobby says, I let you have all the other Cubs. You have to let me get one. Come on, Tucker.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
So coming back to Bobby, let's see what he does here. I don't see anything else as far as any other like crazy egregious picks other than the Harrison Bader. Everything else has been about standard and normal, I would say, from a value perspective. All right. Oh, Boucher just went ahead and grabbed him some Varsho. That pairs with Santander and Vlad. See, perfect. So again, yeah, Toronto is a great team to stack. Dalen Lyle, another pick that I like to take. What are you doing, Duggar?
Going with the Shitler.
Going with the Shitler. Love it. And so now, after Scooble, now I know you said you didn't like Savage as the two, but with Savage and Shitler together, that now you're cooking a little bit because now you could go like 2-3 more veteran type pitchers, and you've already got those young upside arms in there. You can still add 1 or 2 more upside arms. Have you given any thought to what your final build number might be? 6, 7, or 8 pitchers?
Still shooting for 7. But because I went early infield way earlier than I normally do, this could be the rare 8-6-6 build for me.
Yeah, that it would be a rare for you, but I could see you doing that with the way that this team has come together. Swolberger got him some Kerry Carpenter. Maskill's got a Hunter Goodman. All right, my pick. Okay. One of them, I'm going to go with a stack piece in Trevor Story. The next one, we're going to go unstacked. And this is for you, TDK. I'm going to go with Luis Castillo, who said earlier is his number 1 drafted guy, and I do not have much of him. And I feel like this is a good pitching staff to add him to as my 4 with Sale, Snell, and Schwellenbach, because all of those guys come with inherent risk.
I mean, you're right there with me. I was going to take him if he didn't.
Maskill's grabbed Marcus Simeon, so he had that Met thing going earlier with Lou Bob and Bichette. Now he adds in Simeon. Goodman is a pair with Doyle. It sets up Tovar later, or Beck, or Willie Castro. I like the little Rockies thing you got going here. Very sneaky late stacks, Maz. It's almost like you've done this a time or two. And then Duggar. Oh, Swolberger. He grabbed Bubba Chandler. All right.
I know. I saw.
And back to ya.
Take another upside play.
So I want to throw this out because I like that. We've talked about him. He's a great pick.
I know you're going to talk about Glass now.
No, not Glass now. No, not Glass now. The pick that's the ADP fall. Brandon Woodruff, who is ADP 137, and you don't ever draft. Now, you've not clicked his name once, am I right?
Correct.
And now I know the reason why to stay away from him from the fact of the injury that he's had, but my question to you is, did you see what he did in the time that he actually pitched last year? Because it wasn't a lot, and it was at the end of the year when you were kind of checked out. So, and I don't think we've talked about this. So did you see his 64 innings last year? You
No,
have
I
any
did.
idea what he did?
I'm still a little scared. But maybe he's my Chris Sell play, right?
Well, you can be scared for sure. Yeah. There's no, of course, you should be scared. I mean, I'm not
But
saying don't
see,
be scared about Brandon
I
Woodruff,
think
but
I just
it's
think a lot
accepting
of
the
it
upside and
is
accepting the fall.
sure. But like in this range, there's just other pitchers I'm going to.
Well, I know, but you have
And
a lot
maybe
of
maybe
this is just as a play for next time, right? You have a lot of
sure.
EMI. There's a lot of these pitchers you have a lot of. Brandon Woodruff, you have none of, and it was a 20 pick ADP fall. So I think next time, since that's something to keep in mind, is maybe mix in a pitcher you don't take if it's a good fall and it makes sense for your team. Um,
Right.
I just pulled up. I want to. We've got just a second. I want to show you this real quick, Duggar.
Right.
All right. Can you see? Oh, not yet. You can't. Add to stage. Just check this out. This is Brandon Woodruff's StatCast page from last season. And you see what I'm talking about, how in his limited innings, how he excelled. Like he did really, really well. See, his expected ERA and expected batting percentage are literally up at the top. And 60 something innings isn't anything to slouch at. K percentage
Sure.
up really high. Back in 2023, this is what he looked like. So you see his 2023 stat casts were really good. Guarantee his 2022, yeah, they're good. I mean, at that point, when we go back further, it's not even worth looking. But my point is just simply keep Brandon Woodruff in mind for
He should be a
potential
non-zero
play.
share guy.
Correct. Oh man, I got a perfect choice here. Oh, let's get the draft board back in here. Get the draft board back. All right, there we go. All right, this is easy. Wilson Contreras for my first one. And my second one, oh yeah, I'm just going to stick with the stack theme because this is perfect from a stack perspective of Will Smith. Okay, love that. So where I'm at currently, infield wise, I'm done. I will not be drafting any more infielders the rest of the way. I am at a 4-6-5 build, so I'm going to take probably this could be an 8. This could be an 8 pitcher build for me too. But if it's not an 8 pitcher build, it'll be a 7, and I'll take a 7th outfield. I guess maybe I'll take another infielder. We'll see. I was getting ahead of myself saying that because now that I'm looking at my infield, maybe I do take one more. Story, Torkelson in the middle are a little scary. And Will Smith and Contreras. Yeah, maybe I'll take one more infielder. It's not quite as good as I thought it was. All right, Duggar, what you doing?
So don't take a lot of this guy either. Injury risk, potentially an 8 pitcher build to add some Rodon shares.
Yeah, we were just talking about him in the last draft. That's yeah, I need to focus on him too. That's like the Woodruff thing. I need to get some Rodon shares in my life.
And he's like a 10 pick fall. So
Yep.
8 picks.
Mazgill's got him Stanton and Tovar. You got that Tovar piece and the Stanton stack piece. So you'd like me double up with the stacks. I love that. And Swolberger got him Glass now and Jacob Wilson. You have any other A's? Yep, I saw Langoliers and Kurt. So you've got the A's infield. Love the A's infield. Bobby Boucher got him Nate Eovaldi and Aaron Nola. So after his pitching being pushed to Hunter Brown, Bobby Boucher's pitching Hunter Brown, Jacob DeGrom, Nolan McLean, Pepio, Evaldi, and Nola. That's phenomenal pitching right there. You've got 3 really good high-end upside top 3 and a very dependable innings eating bottom 3. So I like that pitching staff you're building there. And look at this run of pitching here in this round. That's a big run of pitching in infield. Again, because the good outfielders are gone. There are 2 picks that I love, Edward Cabrera and Shane Baz. Both guys I take a lot. All right, let's recap in on the chat. So Matt says Woodruff is worth the risk, he thinks. Yep. And dude will stick with wins and Ks when healthy. And then he's like, stack time. And then his injury was a lat strain, not elbow related. Who was that in reference to, Maz, with the lat strain, not elbow? Was that Woodruff or was that someone else we were talking about? Rodon? Who was that? All right. Back to Bobby Boucher. Woodruff. Talking about Woodruff. And of course, the Brewers are a great team. We know that they're going to be really good again. All right, Doug Hare, what you got, my friend? What you got?
Just got sniped like all 4 picks. 4 picks. Pivot.
Snipe, 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 snipe.
I just feel like I can't get enough of this guy, so I'm good with it.
All right.
And
Manzardo.
seriously, Cole, Paredes, Steer, Barger. I was literally boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, did you have them all starred?
Yep.
All right. Slater says, does anyone remember Pepio's start in the fantasy playoffs was at 5.2, about to get a win and quality start, and gave up 6 runs and got pulled? Oh my gosh. No, I don't remember that start. I wasn't watching that one, and I didn't have Harlini Pepio last year, so I wasn't paying close attention to him in that time. That's brutal. Was that 5.2 innings and ended up giving up 6 runs?
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, terrible. Okay, back to me. Now, we're at that point where it's like I talked about, guys I don't take very often that maybe I should take a little bit more of. And one of them we brought up in a previous stream, and that's Chase DeLauder. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then I don't ever take Roki Sasaki. So let's take Roki Sasaki. Why not?
I've taken him a few times. I just stick away from if they're already going to go into the season with a 6-pitcher rotation. It's just tough because you know you're never going to get 2 starts out of them.
It's not even that though. It's the fact that he just may not be good. You know,
there's also
that's more of a detriment to me. But it's the Dodgers. Obviously, he was hyped as could be last year. For anyone that when he signed last year, I was gladiator season for me. It was in November when he signed. He literally jumped from a 15th to 16th round pick to he went in the second round. He was going in the second round the next day. He ended up settling down and the hype died down a little. He ended up getting, but he still was going by like round 4, 5, or 6. This is in 15-team leagues last year, right as soon as he signed. Brutal. That was brutal. All right, Maz grabbed him, Jordan Beck and Brandon Lau. Jordan Beck with that Rockies piece. Did you have any Pirates? No, but that's you had schemes, but that's all right though. You have getting the late Brandon Lau is a good one-off pick that I definitely agree with. Swolberger, you jumped and took Ivan Herrera on me. That's okay. I want to not have a million shares of him, so I hope that he works out for both of us. All right, Duggar, what you looking at?
Going for young upside. Hopefully stays healthy.
I missed it. Let me pull the draft board back up. Who'd you go with? Oh, Keuchel. Yeah. Lee Keishel. Yeah, no, I definitely like Luke Keishel. He's someone who that if you have, let's see, you have 6 infield. If you are looking at trying to, anytime that I have Buxton, I like to get Luke Keachel right here so that I can turn around and get Royce Lewis and have a little late trio. And then you like Matt Wallner. So that could be, another Twins piece. He just took him in the last draft. I don't think it's a secret.
I know.
Bobby Boucher got him some Alec Boehm. which again, love that. It seems early. See, this is another pick 200. A lot of times you can get him at the end, but at this point, you grab your guy. You've got a 6.65. Duggar's got a 6.65. Swolberger's got a 5.66. Maz has a 4.67, and I've got a 5.66.
So Bohm and Stott are both great examples of when you look at their numbers, they don't look great, but for this scoring, they matter.
Oh, they can matter. I mean, so that's the thing is too, Duggar, when you finished third back 2 years ago, tell me this. What Mr. Irrelevant final round pick did you have that actually mattered and factored for you in the playoffs to help win you the 35 grand? What was his name?
Andrew Benintendi.
Andrew Benintendi, the most unsexy, boring last round pick ever.
And I said it earlier too. I took him because he was going to be at the top of the lineup. Terrible team, was just going to get at bats, so that's why I took him.
Yep.
Wallner went, of course he did. Just go ahead and take him this time.
Dominic Canzone winning this one too. We've got some shake it up picks here in round 17 and 18. I like it. We got David Peterson go. That doesn't happen. Bryce Miller went here. That doesn't happen very often. A lot of change it up picks here. Now, Bobby Boucher, I'm looking at your team, buddy. If it was me, I think I would have added Okamoto and got that other Blue Jay. But with that said, I like Alec Bohm a lot. Swolberger just did it. Yep, right as I was saying it. Okamoto off the board. If he sucks this year, I'm gonna miss out. And then Willie Castro just got sniped right in front of Maz Skills, but I bet he wasn't looking for another Rocky. He already had a good Rocky thing going. Zebby Matthews, another pick that I have thought about taking but haven't done. How many times have you taken Zebby? 50% Okamoto. So Slater's even more in on him than me. Damn, and Bobby said I had to force myself not to take him.
He's on my level.
All right. You know how I said about taking no more infielders? I was wrong. Max Muncy.
You are a liar.
I was wrong. All right. Should I be a Boyd boy with this team or mix it up to Bubik? Because I have taken more Boyd than Bubik
so you were in early on Bubik, and then
I was in early on Bubik
with the field changes. Get you a Bubik share.
Let's go ahead and bring Bubik back into the mix. Let's bring him back into the mix.
Don't be completely off.
Yeah, I don't want to be completely off of him. Reed Detmers. So see, Matt Gills, he's believing, and he's like, I love the commitment to the Reed Detmers, by the way. I really do.
I am all for, if you believe in someone, do it. Don't let Spencer talk you out of it.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying. I completely.
I'm saying more for me. When I buy into people, you like to talk me out of it,
and I never do. You always take it that way. Whenever all I'm trying to do is make you think about the what ifs or why you shouldn't take someone 68% of the time, but then you're always like, oh, you're trying to talk me out of them. No, I'm just saying, don't go 70% of your teams with the same guy.
Yeah, but when you hit on someone like Puka, makes the rest of your teams fun.
Yeah, but you don't do it in football. You do it in baseball.
Well,
you did take a lot of Puka his rookie year. That was like we said, that was the combination of the perfect storm of late round pick, your favorite team, and the best name of all time.
Oh, great name value.
You got you some Royce. So you got Royce on this team. Swolberger grabbed Luis Morales. So Maz Skills and Swolberger, I got a question for the two of you guys in particular. Did the two of you guys listen to the Stacking Dingers episode that it was from like a month ago that I'm going to pull up real quick and see because I don't remember his name. 1 second here. TJ Stats. TJ Stats. Did you guys see the TJ Stats thing? Because I specifically know, I remember that he was talking about Zebby, Reed, Luis Morales. And I'm just wondering if you guys were on him before or after that, because he made a lot of really good points in case to take those guys in that stream. Maz says, I like seeing anyone who's more overweight than me on anyone. And he did listen to the one about the pitchers. Slater says, I was on Morales before that episode. Yeah. So that's exactly what I was kind of wondering. Did that put him on your radar, or were you already on him? Because I was watching last year the game. There goes Jared Jones. We picked in the last round here. I was watching the game that he got called up last year, and immediately Morales' arm popped. I went and picked him up in this dynasty league that Duggar and Brock and I are in. And then he just sat on my bench because I wasn't about to play him, but I still got him to hold on to. Bobby Boucher grabbed Carter Jensen. That's one of my highest drafted catchers in Gladiators, by the way. I'm all in on Carter Jensen this year, but I've not taken him once in Underdog. Mad Skills, I love Detmers before that show. So you guys both too. So see, this is the thing that I love. I love whenever I listen to guys that give me confirmation bias. Like I'm already on a guy or thinking about a guy, and then someone hypes him up. I'm like, okay, that's even more of a reason for me to stay in on this guy. Whereas if I'm listening to someone who I don't agree with, I'm just more like, whatever. It's funny
like,
how that
ooh,
works.
my projections are great. My projections terrible. Who cares about
Yeah, who
projections?
cares? Who cares? Projections don't matter. All right. And with my last one, let's go with Braxton Ashcraft, the guy who I was talking about how I need to get more of here. Okay.
I,
That was super fun. Okay. So, guys, let's do a breakdown. We will start with Mass Skills. So Matt Skills has a 6-7-7 build. With having the two pitchers at the top, I 100% agree with going with 6, especially after Ryan and Strider closing out with Zebby and Reed. I think those top 3 100% give you the ability to draft these bottom 3 and take the risk involved. And then Jazz, Bo, Hunter Goodman with Simeon, Tovar, Brandon Lau, and O'Hearn. You got the little O'Hearn Lau teammate thing, the 2 new Pirates. I like that. Judge, Nimmo, Lubob, Dylan Cruz, Doyle, Stanton, and Beck. This is a phenomenal offense, stacked up, very well thought out and well executed. Dylan Cruz, one of the only guys who's like sitting out on an island on his own. But I'm a big Dylan Cruz fan, so love that squad. Maz Skills. Another one in the books. Swolberger, 776. Brian Wu as his first one at pick 69. Nice. Nick Pavetta, Kevin Gossman, Bubba Chandler, Tyler Glasnow, and then the Morales and Quinn Priester. I missed the Quinn Priester. I brought him up in the last stream of this is someone who I need to be thinking about taking at the end that I've not been doing. I just need to open myself up to more final round pitchers is all. That's my issue is I'm very close-minded in my final round pitching targets. Nick Kurtz, Corey Seager, Shea Langoliers, Jacob Wilson, Drake Baldwin, Ivan Herrera, and Nakamoto. This is an incredible infield. I love the upside risk of injury, but super good when he's healthy. Teammate pairing, dependable with Jacob Wilson. He's the Stephen Kwan play. Drake Baldwin, did you have? Yep, he pairs with Acuna and with Profar to give you a trio of Braves. 2 of my favorite late infield picks. They can be unstacked. Ronald Acuna, Wyatt Langford, Yelich, Profar, Jacob Marcy, and Kerry Carpenter. Slater, phenomenal team. Absolutely love that. Give Paul Heyman a high five. All right. And then let's go. Duggar, we'll do ours last. Let's go to Bobby Boucher. All right. Bobby Boucher got him a 7-7-6 build with Hunter Brown, DeGrom, Nolan McLean, Ryan Peapot, Eovaldi, Nola, McClanahan. Very good, as I talked about during. This is a very good pitching staff. Love the start of the 6 and then adding McClanahan in to really swing for the fences with that last one. Vlad, Bryce Harper, Mikael Garcia, Dansby, Spencer Steer, Alec Boehm, and Carter Jensen. I really applaud the Carter Jensen pick. Like I said, I've not done it yet on Underdog. This tells me he should be on a radar of some Royals builds. Do you have any other Royals? No, he's a one-off, but still, he's going to be put on the queue on some Royals builds that I do. Oh yeah, you have Garcia, so that did give you a pair. Corbin Carroll, Saya, Mike Trout, Santander, Varsho, and Josh Lowe. Josh Lowe gives the Mike Trout pair. So that you've got some stacks, some pairs. The outfield might be a little light because Corbin and Saya are good. I love Trout, but we know his risks. Santander, Varsho, and Lowe. This could work out phenomenally, but I could see potentially some issues if Santander and Lowe don't work out because we all know that Dalton Varsho is going to crush. There could be nothing wrong that happens with him. All right, Duggar, Space Raisin, 776, the classic 776. You spent up in round 2, went with the early Scooble. You then push pitcher to Yesavage, and then have Yesavage, Schlittler, Emai, Ranger Suarez, Rodon, and Spaghetti Arrighetti. So love that, of course, other than another Arrighetti in the books for you, but that's okay.
Well,
I
give me
really
a
like
double team pairing too.
I really
To New
like your
York, to
I
Houston.
I get it. I get it. I still don't like it.
Whatever.
Ranger Suarez I like a lot though. Very good right there in the middle of that risky pitching, having that solidity of old Ranger. Trey Turner, Alex Bregman, Michael Bush, Nico Horner, Manzardo, Luke Kuechel, Royce Lewis, Schwarber, Pete Crow, Ian Happ, Butler, Cags, and your boy, Jordan Walker, who also was on the Bronze Beauty, was he not?
He was. He factored 0 weeks.
0 weeks, but you are going back in. He went to Driveline, baby.
That's where we're at.
So I'm going to do a quick look at it here at the chat, and then I'll go look at my team to close us out for the night. Maz says, got the Pirates pair after all. Weak on outfield, but it could play. Priester could be great. Bobby Boucher says, first Jensen share. It's a fun one. Maz, I will add Carter Jensen for Royals. I didn't know that one. Cubs stack is nice. Yeah, Carter Jensen has potential to be a beast. It's just an at-bats thing, but if Salvi goes down, Carter Jensen could crush. I like Carter Jensen anyway for Roto or other leagues, but for this, I've been staying away because he's just going to be the backup. But like the Freddie Furman at bats where he'll still catch like maybe like 3 or 4 days a week, and Salvi will catch like 2 or 3 days a week. So he's still going to be the more dependable catcher. Maybe Salvi catches 4 days. And anyway, point is, if Salvi gets hurt, Carter Jensen can crush. And Cubs decks are nice. Okay, let's go back to my team, and then we're going to call it night. We are cooking with gas here. So I had pick one, and so I had another Shohei team. 776. I just keep popping the 776 builds. Chris Sale, Blake Snell, Schwellenbach, Luis Castillo, Roki Sasaki, Bubik, and Braxton Ashcraft. This is not the best pitching staff ever. I am glad that I took the Luis Castillo. It's kind of like the Ranger Suarez thing I told you. In the middle of risky picks, it's that one like solid innings eater in the middle of risky picks. Overall, though, I give my pitching staff like, maybe a C. It's not great. Definitely had better. Mookie Betts, Ben Rice, Torkelson, Trevor Story, Wilson Contreras, Will Smith, and Max Muncy. So one, and then Shohei, Duran, Roman Anthony, Teoscar, Andy Pages, and DeLauder. So one thing about by the way, I was going to take Manzardo if he made it after I took the DeLauder. I was hoping to add the Manzardo thing, and you made sure I didn't get that. Sorry, not sorry. But I think this is a very good hitting combo, hitting stack with the Dodgers and the Red Sox. I like what I was able to put in around those pieces. I definitely think it could work, but I don't know if the pitching staff will work. I guess it's possible, especially if the top 3 are healthy all year.
It's a
I
unique
really,
build
I
for
really
you.
regret the Roki pick more than anything, just because I just don't like seeing him on my teams. I just feel like it's going to be wasted. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, Matt says unique pieces who could be starting by the end of the season. That's what I'm looking for. Absolutely. Well, guys, this was super fun. Thank you all again. So, just as a reminder, we will be back Friday night, and I will be joined by the one and only Ryan Bloomfield from Bubba and the Bloom. Ryan, can't wait to have you on. Duggar, thank you again. That was super fun. Appreciate it as always, my friend. Looking forward to seeing you next time. What's your final piece of advice for the audience?
Uh, just be you, man. Don't listen to Spencer. No, I'm just kidding. Um, Honestly, don't be afraid to just draft the guys you like. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes I know I draft with my gut more than Spencer's overpriced, overworked graphs that he has that are awesome, by the way. They really are. Just draft who you want.
That's it. You do you.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna watch the games, right? You gotta watch your players, so watch who you want.
That's it. You do you, Cricket.
That's right.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, thank you guys. Until next time, keep drafting. See ya.